So last night, my husband and I were watching the movie Dumb Money, where the retail traders drove the stock up of GameStop. And all these investors, heavy investors, were shorting GameStop and lost a ton of money. And I told my husband, this is exactly why average people are afraid to invest in the stock market or even learn anything about it, learn anything about day trading. It's because they watch movies like this or scenarios like this where people lose all their money because they're not being smart. And I was saying, this is why Forex for Women is changing lives, because we are completely changing the industry and educating real life people on how they can actually profit in these markets without that fear and without losing all their capital. I was like, if all of those retail traders who made all this money in GameStop but then didn't sell it at the end would have had a stop loss in place. If they were leverage trading GameStop, and they would have had a stop loss in place that they were trailing as GameStop continued to grow, um, once GameStop started to turn around and come back down, all of those retail traders would have been stopped out in massive profit. And that is what we're teaching in Forex for Women: is you can follow these trends and you can get into these trends extremely easy once they're established, and then follow that stop loss up and capitalize on that price movement. So many people are afraid because I've been told, and I know that people are afraid because they come to my social media all the time and they're like, I'm afraid of the stock market. I'm going to lose all this money. I'm afraid to invest. I'm afraid to learn trading because my uncle told me I was going to lose all this money. And it's because people don't know how to properly enter and exit the market. They are letting their emotions take control, just like we saw in that movie. And if you haven't watched it yet, go watch it. Although I will say there's a lot of explicit language. But yeah, it just really opened my eyes up to why there's so much fear around trading. So many people just don't understand that there are other ways to 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 compound your money in these markets without um, without taking on the risk.